All right, I'd like to welcome in the 2013 ShopRite LPGA Classic presented by Acer. Winner, Karrie Webb. Karrie, your 39th career victory on the LPGA Tour. Grinded it out in this final round. Just talk about, you got to calm down a little bit, but what this win means, and just talk about this week in general.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to be sitting here. It's just a lot of hard work paying off sitting here. Probably more hard work mentally on my mental part of my game, but I've been working really hard on all aspects of my game, and just to do it in such tough conditions today, just feel really pleased.
Now, you got a little emotional outside. I have to ask, I mean, you said your grandmom's a little sick in the hospital. She said win it for her.
Yeah.
Talk about winning that and how special this win really means just to you personally.
Yeah, well, actually, my parents called Wednesday night, and they didn't think that she was going to make it through the day. So I actually thought about flying back to Australia on Thursday. But I talked to her on the phone, and she had said that she didn't want me to come home and that I had to win that one for her. So Mum and Dad called the next night, and she took a turn for the better, and she's still in hospital, but things are looking a little better than they did a couple of days ago. So hopefully this will give her even a bigger boost.
I'm sure it'll bring a bright spot for sure. Now, you were one of only 3 68s today, low round of the day. Coming in 5 shots off, did you have a number in mind? I mean, everyone thought even was going to win the tournament. Did you come in thinking you had to go a certain number?
No, I didn't. I didn't really. I knew that when it was windy, when we were warming up, and already a lot windier today early than it was yesterday. That we were going to be in for a tough one. But I knew if I could get off to a decent start, and I wouldn't have felt comfortable in Shan Shan's position with a 3-shot lead. There's just this course play is really tough, even with a small breeze, because every hole is a cross breeze. I think we played 2 holes downwind, and we don't play any dead. 17's almost dead into the wind, 17 and 18. But other than that, every hole's a cross breeze. So the greens are really tiny, and even when you got a wedge in your hand, you're like, how do I hit this on the green? You're not even looking at the pin. You're just like, how do I keep this on the green? So, I just felt like if I could just plug away and be patient. And that's pretty much what I've had to do all week. But if I could do that, then I didn't really have a number in mind. But coming down the stretch, I was parring myself to sleep almost. Although I was making some good par putts, I knew I needed to get one more maybe to feel comfortable. So, it was a great birdie on the last.
Yeah, I was looking at your scorecard. It wasn't very colorful. It didn't look eventful, but you got off to a hot start. Does the scorecard tell the story, do you think? Or do you think it was more of you kind of just stayed patient and just kind of parred along, like you said?
I just did what I needed to do. I think because the conditions were so tough, you couldn't get too far ahead of yourself. So you just really had to think about each shot. And we got timed for, I think, 4 or 5 holes. So, that's in those conditions, it's tough to know that you've only got 30 seconds to make a decision and pull the trigger. So, for a while, I think that's all I was focusing on, was hitting a shot and not getting 2 shots for slow play.
Sure. Questions for Karrie?
You made that birdie putt at 2 and then the par save at 4. What did those 2 putts do for you as far as giving you some confidence that you could make putts today?
The putt at 2, that's right at an exposed green, and that part, it was good that went in. I felt a little bit lucky. The wind, it was offline for how I read it, and I think the wind blew it back online. So the next hole, 3, I made a really good putt for eagle there. Hit it on my line and hit it in with good speed. So that was probably more comforting for the next putt on 4. And when I made that putt on 4, I knew that I was feeling pretty good today, and just to not get ahead of myself. It was hard. Off that eagle, I had to really try and get the adrenaline to calm down a little bit. I played the next few holes quite scratchy, but I managed to only make one bogey. So, made some good par putts after that as well.
Karrie, could you tell us your grandma's name and what's wrong with her? What ailment she's in the hospital for?
Her name's Webb, but she's 87, so that's about all that's wrong with her. Marion.
Karrie, the conditions obviously tough, and you come through with a 68. Your experience, how much did you think that played a part in you dealing with the conditions and staying focused on each shot?
Can you? Sorry, I was thinking about my grandma. What were you?
You had a 68 today in
Yes.
very tough conditions.
Yes.
Do you feel your experience played a role in you concentrating on every shot and being the one who won this tournament?
Yeah, experience does count for a lot, but I think every situation's different, and I feel like I had to talk myself down a little bit today. Make sure that I didn't get too far ahead of myself. And the one thing that I was really proud of, I probably did it better on the greens than I did, with my full shots, but was that I committed 100% to the read and didn't overthink things and got in there and committed 100% and lived and died by whether it was going to go in. And I probably haven't done that consistently enough on the greens for a very long time. So when the wind's really blowing and balance is an issue, I really stayed focused and really putting today was what won it for me. I wouldn't say that I hit my irons particularly well, but I made a lot of good putts.
And to follow up, part of calming yourself down, was that the excitement over maybe getting a win for the first time in 2 years?
Yeah, obviously I won at the start of the year in Australia, so I have had the feeling, but it's getting a win on the LPGA. You're beating the best of the best, and I don't want to be out here if I don't feel like I can do that. So when I put myself in there with a chance, I think I want it, but more, I want it badly, more so than I did when I was younger. I think I want it in a different way, I guess, than when I was younger.
Karrie, you're the 5th Hall of Famer to win on this course. Is there something about this course that seems to bring out the best in the LPGA players? Yeah,
one of my friends pointed out the honor board and the grill. And pointed out the names that were on it and said at the beginning of the week that it was time that my name went up there. I don't know what it is about the course. I think it's a really tricky golf course. When you think about coming to this event, like I look forward to this event and then I get here and then I realize that it's not a walk in the park. Like you think about this course and you look at the scorecard and it's not an exceptionally long golf course, but we never play with no wind. I mean, this is probably the extreme, but when you get here and you're playing the practice round, and it's just a really tricky golf course. And I think with Hall of Famers winning, I think we've obviously won a lot, and we've overcome our emotions a lot, and learnt to stay patient. And I think this course is really one of those courses that you have to do that.
And secondly, you've played here a lot in the past, but you've never really contended here, but you always seem to shoot one low round here, but you never really in contention. It was something different this week, or did just things click differently?
Well, I didn't have to shoot 63 this week. The scores obviously weren't conducive, or the course and conditions weren't conducive to really low numbers. But you're right, I haven't. When my grandma, when I spoke to her, and I think it was Wednesday night or Thursday morning, she told me that I needed to win this one for her. I was like, this isn't the one that you tell me that I have to win for you, because I was like, I've never really even had a shot to win here. So, when I got off to that start, I was like, oh my God, because when she started to make a turn for the better, my dad said, look, she's going to make it. So, the pressure's off, because he felt for me after she told me I had to win it for her, and I was like, but when I was in contention and in the lead today, I was like, wow, I might be able to do this for her.